Tonight I'm replacing Jean Stewart as an evaluator, and that's a strange sensation if ever there was one. Andrew has reached speech 4 with his speech. It's a speech that lasts 5 to 7 minutes, and Andrew's speech is entitled Ballroom Blitz. What we need to look out for when you reach speech 4, it's all about using the right words. It's to select the right words and sentences and sentence structure to communicate the ideas clearly, accurately and vividly. To use rhetorical devices to enable and emphasise ideas, and to eliminate jargon and unnecessary words, and to use correct grammar. So I'd like now to introduce, to ask Andrew to come and deliver his speech. So it's Andrew Miller with a speech entitled Ballroom Blitz. With a speech entitled Ballroom Blitz, Andrew Miller.
All right, I admit it. In my spare time, I do a bit of ballroom dancing. It's all right. I can control it. I can give it up at any time. It's just a bit of fun. My wife and I go dancing about once a week to classes that the local teacher runs. It's a good group that we have there. There's a range of mix of abilities and skills. But there's one thing that connects all of us when it comes to the dancing. The arguments. It doesn't matter who you are. Once you've bumped knees, stepped on toes, or messed up a move, for the umpteenth time, something, somewhere, snaps. What do you think you're doing? Your foot doesn't go there. Why are you kicking me? You're out of time with the music. And so on. What's also interesting is it doesn't seem to matter whose fault it is, who's made the problem. It's always the man that seems to get the blame. I have seen the nicest, the gentlest of ladies launch forth with a tirade of torrid abuse, like some Terpsichorean tyrant with Tourette's. One time I was on the way to dancing with my wife, and I had a really tiring day. I hadn't slept well the night before, and I was struggling to walk, let alone dance. And I said, "Dear, I'm probably going to make a few mistakes tonight. Please don't shout." She turned to me and said, "I don't shout. I just sternly correct." But these trials and tribulations are something that you always go through when you're learning a new skill. It's just part of it. It's a sociable group. We enjoy it. We have dances on Saturday night every now and again. We do weekends away. And quite recently, we had a trip to Blackpool. Now, I'm not a great fan of the town per se. I do find it a little old, tired, flaky even. A bit like my nan when she'd been in the sun a bit too long. But the real reason for going was, of course, to dance on the floor of the Tower Ballroom itself. You know the place, where they film Strictly when children in need use the normal studios. The hired bus dropped us off right outside the Eiffel English Imposter. Dancing shoes in hand, we traipsed up the sweeping staircase at the base of the tower and stepped into the heart of the room. The first thing you notice is the music. Nothing says Blackpool more effectively than that distinctive, cranking, soaring, churning of the good old Wurlitzer organ. A fantastic sensation. Then, once your eyes become acclimatised to the soft and light, you can take into account the whole room itself. The first impression is one of immense capacity and space. Far above you, nestled amongst the painting, exquisite covered painting, nestled amongst the exquisite art-covered ceilings, hang the glorious crystal chandeliers that light up the room. Ornately decorated Victorian veneered pillars drop through the tiered levels down to the mahogany, oak and maple of the dance floor itself, upon which dancing couples twirl and whirl like sycamore seeds in the wind. Now you might have thought that we'd be mad keen to get our twinkle toes on and join in the fun. But as one, these would-be waltzers just found some seats at the side of the hall, sat down and just watched. Partly out of awe, but a lot out of fear. Fear because most of us never danced in front of people before, other than those in our class. It's all right clomping around in front of people you know, but here were strangers. Not just strangers, some of them were professionals. We knew that because there was a couple there practicing for a competition, dressed in their outfits and everything. Frills, sequins, sparkles, the lot. Nobody wanted to be the person to get under their feet. Then there's the floor itself. It's odd, but when you learn to dance, you really get to know the space that you learn in. You know what to do in each corner, how far to turn, and which direction to move out of. When you move to a different environment, you get disorientated. It's like learning to dance from scratch again. And then, of course, the final tribulation, the age-old fear. What champs an argument? Imagine having a stand-up row in the middle of the town hall. Nothing. Not something anybody would savour. So everybody sat and watched. But after a while, my wife and I decided, look, we've come here to dance. We've had enough. A waltz came on. Basic dance, nice and simple. Let's go. We wandered up to the dance floor, stepped on, assumed the position, took a deep breath, and moved off. 1, 2, 3. We glided around the hallowed floor. Well, in our heads we did. We probably clumped more likely. But it felt fantastic. The bounce and feel was completely different from the dusty, sticky floors that we're used to back at home. But I can't say we really appreciated what was going on because our eyes were locked on each other in a vice-like grip around our bodies as we made sure we didn't make any form of mistake. We got through our routine without any major problems. But what would have taken us twice around the floor back at home probably only got us the halfway across the hall. This place was huge. So we worked out, let's just do some basic, get back to the end, and quit while we're there. A few yards from the exit point, suddenly behind us, we heard it. What do you think you're doing? You shouldn't go there. What are you doing at that time with the music? An argument had started. Who was it? Who was having this bust up on the dance floor? We turned around and looked. It was only the professional couple. They're having an argument and they know what they're doing. Fantastic. Buoyed up by this confidence, everybody else felt so much better. We'd already broken the dancing ice, and now that these two were having a barney on the dance floor, nothing that they did would have been a problem. Go out there and make a mistake, it doesn't matter. Everybody's going to be looking at these two pecking peacocks. So confidence abounded, we all went onto the dance floor and danced the night away, and this time we could really relax and just sit back and enjoy the magic of the music, the feel of the floor, and the beauty of the Blackpool ballroom.